So, Finnian, can you tell me more about this concept of financially happy and why it needs to become the new metric that you believe people should be focused on?
So, Lelda, traditionally in the financial industry, it's been this idea of financial freedom, and it's all about a future destination. I'll be happy when I'll be free once I get this sort of financial position. And I discovered after helping a lot of people get to financial freedom, after working with millennials for 13 years and building them to financial freedom, a lot of the time they got to the number and they weren't happy. And I just went, this is a disconnect. How can we be working for 10 plus years to get to somewhere and we don't actually enjoy the destination? So I realized we needed to change that and focus on the now. That's where all the magic is, in the present moment. And financially happy is that metric. It's this idea that you can be both happy and wealthy in the present moment. And a lot of it is to do with your beliefs and your thoughts and your behaviors and feelings associated with money. And I believe if more people started focusing on that, they would be making better decisions in the short term, which would end up looking after their long term anyway.
And Finnian, why do you start every conversation with your money story?
So, Laura, the money story is the imperative part to success. It's understanding how you have a subconscious program which was affecting your decision making. And why that's really important, because it links back to what I just shared, is a lot of people would set these goals and they get given a financial strategy, which on paper will work if you follow it. But then after a year working with an advisor, they come back and have a review and they're like, why aren't I on track? And it's because they didn't understand their money story. And the money story is affecting their behaviors, the thoughts that are coming up, and ultimately really inhibiting their success. So we get into the money story, and the money story consists of your family of origin story. So what was the conditioning that you received that has been fed into your subconscious programming from your environment? Then going through a money timeline through every 5 years of your life and saying, what do you remember most about money in that time? How did it affect you in the current place? And then we look out of that and we shake it out and go, well, here are a set of beliefs I have around money. Here are some thoughts I'm having around behaviors. This is then driving some behaviors, and then this is driving my feelings. And we work out what is in service of you and then what is being in disservice of you. And if things are not serving you, then we need to change that and rewrite your money story. And once we can do that, then we can go into the practical financial metrics.
So, Finnian, what are some tools that people can use to help them make better financial decisions?
So there's a large number. We've created something called the money saboteurs. We have 12 money saboteurs, which are basically a psychological assessment on what is affecting you, what's being a saboteur in your money relationship. Things like being the dependent, the child, the gambler, the irresponsible. And when we look at that, we can start assessing and seeing, this is how this is affecting my decision making. And we can start changing our behaviors to change our relationship with our money saboteur. They're always going to be there, but we can stop letting it affect us so much. So that's definitely one tool. We have a great quiz for that. Another one is the idea of the 4 yes test. So this is something you can do before you make a purchase decision. And it really helps you just to work out whether this is something that is going to add to my life or take away from my life. So the 4 questions are, first, do I have the budget? And if you don't even know what your budget is, then that's probably a tool that you need to be doing. And the important thing with a budget isn't a limiting thing for you. It actually creates freedom. It makes sure that you're spending money on things that matter for you and you have that money. So first, do I have the budget? Second, will this purchase increase my happiness? That's all about the financially happy concept. We want to be happier, not just wealthier. We want to be happier. So will this increase my happiness? Number 3, does this purchase align with my values? So once again, you need to know your values to ensure that you're putting your hard earning money into things that matter for you. And then finally, will this purchase move me closer to my intentions and goals? So if I get a yes on all 4 of them, go for it. Like literally spend it, guilt-free, enjoy it, and have so much fun with it. But if you don't answer all 4, put your money away for something that you'll value more. And it won't feel like you actually feel liberated in that moment. It won't feel constrained. You'll be like, I I just protected myself against one of these saboteurs. I'm going to have more choice in the future. So that's an incredible tool that I love to share with people.
And finally, where can people go to learn more about what you do?
So the greatest place to go is to financiallyhappy.com. We have an education platform there. We have digital programs, which is really exciting because previously I'd worked with boutique clients. I had a boutique business, which meant that our philosophy could only get to so many people. And we've got an Australian financial services license, which is great. We're all qualified advisors. But now through these digital programs, I'm able to get the philosophy out to the masses. And I'm really excited about that because everyone needs this and everyone should have the right to access this. And I'm super excited what's happening in Australia right now. We've just partnered with a very large institution, and this will be being rolled out to over 1 million people over the next year.